Hello there, it's Carrie Rhodes here. Welcome back to my YouTube channel and a new paper crafting video. Today I am playing along with Kendra's card challenge. This is a collaboration hop with Kendra's card challenge and Trinity stamps. And we are playing with the Kendra's card challenge number 13. You can make 15 cards with 6 sheets of 6x6 pattern paper. When you play along, you can enter to win prizes. And this goes from January to March. So let's look at challenge number 13. Again, there are 6 different ways shown on this PDF file that you can download for free. It shows you how to cut up those 6 different pieces of pattern paper and then use those pieces to create 15 different cards. So it's going to give you a lot of inspiration, a lot of jumping off points to create your cards. These sketches are unique, they're fun, they're different, and they're ones you can easily change up a little bit. Now, what's unique about number 13 challenge is that she is partnered with Call Me Crafty Owl and the Sheet Loads of Cards to bring back some of her older card sketches in conjunction with the pieces that you cut the 6x6 paper with. There are instructions in this PDF and it tells you how and where you can enter to win. It's got a checklist that shows you which pattern paper is used on what card. It shows you all the prize sponsors, and you can also join the Patreon group for Kendra's card challenge and get lots of other perks and benefits. So all the details for you are also in the description box below. Now, in Kendra's reveal video of challenge 13, she also shared a color challenge that you could use with this sketch and these papers if you like. So I decided I would use that color challenge in today's card. I am also going to use this sketch right here, creating card number 14, and I want to change it up a little bit. So I'm going to bring in my card maker sketchbook from Trinity Stamps and sketch this out, kind of revealing and incorporating my changes. I'm going to turn that circle into a heart on my card. So I wanted to sketch that out and just capture some of my ideas on how I was going to turn this into a card, write down some notes. So I did that in my sketchbook and then I was able to start creating. So for the heart, I am using this Dainty heart cut and foil set from Trinity, but I'm not going to use the foil part which said love you. I'm just going to use the hearts. For my strips across this card, now you could cut up pattern paper for that, as it shows you in that PDF, which is a free download, by the way. But I decided, since the size measurements for these strips are on the card sketch layout, I kind of knew about what size they should be. So I brought in this stitched die set to create my strips that were going to go on there, just like in the sketch challenge. All right, so I went ahead and glued those down and realized the bottom ones were not at the same angle. This is why I like to use liquid glue. So I was able to remove those, and then I lined up the line of that stitched stripe at the top of my paper with my grid mat, and then I could line the ones up at the bottom with the line of my grid mat and have them be going at the same angle. All right, then I die cut out the opening in my card, because not only am I turning that the circle into a heart, I'm also going to create a shaker card. So I turned that opening into a window. Now I'm creating a frame for my window by cutting out that heart and the dainty scalloped frame at the same time. Now both of these are going to give me 2 extra hearts to play with for another card. So I'm going to save those and then add that frame. For the background of my shaker, I am using this gorgeous Love hot foil plate, and I'm going to use some opal foil. Now this is a clear foil with like an iridescent finish. So you really want to be careful to make sure you have the right side of the foil when you're foiling. Otherwise, once you run this through your die cutting machine and reveal it, there's going to be nothing like that. And you're going to hot foil your plate like that. So let's try this again, just like with my strips, let's start over, and it's okay because it's paper and I'm having fun. So I'm not going to let it stress me out. I'm just going to keep going. And so I redid it. I made sure I had the right part of the foil face down onto my hot foil plate, and it was so hot. I had a ton of excess foil, but it's not the kind of foiling that doesn't come off. So I brushed it away, and now I have a background for my shaker card, and the part that kind of pressed into the paper but didn't foil isn't going to show. So everything worked out to my advantage. Now I'm going to flip that paper over, that is my card front, put some adhesive around the heart, and add my window sheet. Then I am able to use my foam tape and put that all the way around the heart, making sure that the ends of my foam tape touch. Now the foam tape is going to create a reservoir for my shaker bits, and I don't want my shaker bits to static cling to that window sheet, so I use some anti-static powder. I'm using Cream Puff and Carnation confetti bits from Trinity Stamps. Now Trinity Stamps is known for its embellishments. They have so many in the shop in like every color you can imagine. So I was really happy to find these in my stash that really went with that color challenge. Now you can see I'm putting anti-static powder even right down onto those confetti bits. The only thing is sometimes the confetti will go into your anti-static powder brush, so make sure you flick it to get those off. I backed that with my hot foiled piece, and I have a gorgeous shaker. But we're going to take it up a notch. We're going to add some more things to the front of this card because, as Kendra says in her videos, these sketches and these challenges are a jumping off point for you. It's to help you get those creative juices flowing, to really spark your mojo. So I am going to add this cute little gnome holding a heart-shaped banner from the My One and Gnomely stamp set from Trinity. I'm going to color this out with some Copic markers. I just went through my stash, found some that I thought would best match the papers that I chose, and I went to coloring. So this little guy, his hat is going to be that kind of rosish pink color, and you can see my darkest color there is RV34, and then I'm going to soften and blend that out and have a center highlight by using my lighter color, which is RV32. So his hat is really cute. I haven't used this color combination, I don't think yet. I think one of these is a brand new marker. And so it was really fun to have this kind of different dustier pink color, and I love how it turned out. And it's probably not a color combination that I would have automatically have chosen without that challenge. And that being said, this card sketch, the layout for this card is not probably one I would have thought of on my own either. So having a challenge like this is really fun. And when you kind of like don't know where to start, when you're not sure what to make, going to a sketch or having a a way to cut your paper laid out for you, and then a sketch to use those bits of paper to put together a card, it is so very helpful. And I really enjoy a challenge. It gets me thinking, like, how could I accomplish that? So I think this is super fun. Now, if you've already done Kendra's card challenges before, let me know in the comments below. This is actually my first time, and I think it's super fun. So there's my colored gnome. Next, I'm going to use my white Jelly Roll pen. This is size 8 to create some highlights on all the things. I love white highlights. I really think it just helps bring it to life, and especially like on the hat and the nose. I think it looks so cute. All right, there is a coordinating die set to die cut out this little gnome, so that's what I'm going to do. And then I will have him ready to go on my card. Look how cute. These little gnomes are so darling. All right, I have some thin foam squares that I'm using to pop him up onto my card. This card is already quite thick because it's a shaker, so having those thin foam squares works really well for this. I took one of the sentiments and glued it down to that strip right there, and it says, "My love, gnomes no bound." Now I'm stamping a tiny little sentiment from that set that says "Miss you," and using a tiny speech bubble die from Trinity to die cut that out and then pop it up onto my card, kind of diagonal from where the gnome is. Now I have some double bubble heart embellishments from Trinity. You can see in this mix there's some that are like more translucent and some that are frosted. The frosted pink ones I thought worked perfect for this card, so I added those. And I didn't want to forget about the inside, so I used a scrap of that pattern paper and a smaller die cut stitched strip for the inside. And then I'm going to do "Love You." These tiny little sentiments, the "Miss you," "Love you," and all that, there's more of them, come from that stamp set with the gnome. So I die cut that out with a different of those tiny speech bubbles and added that to the inside. And then I still have plenty of room to write my personalized sentiment. But there is my card inspired by the sketch number 14 in Kendra's card challenge number 13. So I hope that you're inspired here, and I encourage you to hop along with us because you're going to find lots more ideas and inspiration with Kendra's card challenge number 13 in this hop. Plus, you have chances to win some prizes from Trinity Stamps and other sponsors when you play along. So check out the details in the description box below for all the important information. And if you're new here, feel free to subscribe because I have new paper crafting videos for you all the time. And I will see you very soon on the next one. Happy stamping! Bye!